Okay, I'm doing this live because I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Nice that I look like a freaking ghost. Okay, so I'm trying to rebuild this camper, and the whole entire thing is put together by staples, right? There's this width. This is about what? Half an inch, right? Half an inch. And then underneath, putting the tin up, hey, they're 1 inch. And like everything I'm looking at is everything that I have to do. Look at these staples. Okay, so these ones are 1 inch. 1 inch, 1 inch. The only ones that I can find anywhere are these ones, these little ones. I've got a staple gun, a pneumatic staple gun, but they only shoot this width. They don't shoot anything wider. I can't use nails because when I use nails, or even if I screw it, like here, right? I screwed it in, it splits the wood. I nail it in, splits the wood. So I end up having, this is the size that I have. And it doesn't matter where I go. Doesn't matter where I go, nobody has it. And they look at me like I'm some kind of a freak. And I'm like, damn, I need to do this, right? The only thing that they use screws with is to nail it, like to screw it into the wall. But look, every freaking thing. Look at the sizes. I have this one, I need this one. So my question is to the universe, where can I get a freaking staple gun like this? That takes 1/2 inch staples or 1 inch staples. I'm so frustrated. It's like, I've wasted hours today. I went to Lowe's, I went to Home Depot, I went to Harbor Freight. Nobody has them. Even these guys that are saying to me, oh, I wish I was there. If I was there, you know, I'd have my guys come over and we'd do it and we'd get it all done in a day. And I said, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because you can't freaking get them. Nobody has them. And the guys that come over, like I've got two staple guns, pneumatic staple guns, but they're the same. I've got 2 compressors. God, I'm so freaking tired. So is there anybody on? Hey, Michael, what about you? What do I use? What do I use to freaking rebuild this piece of shit? Because at this point, I'm never going to go anywhere in it. And I got to get the hell out of here. You know, all I was able to do was put my floor in. And I'm trying to put my cabinets back in, which I didn't even want, but I'm going to keep that. I've decided I'm going to keep these cabinets. Even though they're really flimsy built, they're okay. They're fine. I'll rebuild them smaller. More secure. Still haven't figured out what the shower is, but I'm not even worried about that at this point. I've got all of these pipes, right, from the water tank that goes to these go to the shower, and that hooks up to the sink. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. Just put all the crap back in. All of these, the copper piping, right? All the wires that I have no idea where they go to, and no man in my life does. Nobody has a clue. Nobody. And I'm thinking, the one person who knows how to do it is my ex-best friend's husband, and he's not allowed to come over and help me. So I'm doing this online. Yeah, all the places. I know, you would think that they would have a clue, but they don't. I'll show you what I have done. I reframed this in. And if you guys saw how I did this, how I had to put this together, it's hysterical. And look at this. Look at me. This is me just holding this in place until I can get a proper staple gun, right? Look at that. That's not going to do shit. And if I showed you here, like, look at these little pieces here. Even these ones are put together with 1/2 inch, right? And then underneath, this was put in with 1 inch. 1/2 inch would do. So in the meantime, I'm so frustrated because in the meantime, what I end up doing is just, fiddly stuff like this. The tin is this is all rotted. This has got to be cut out and put back in. But I can't even, and then I thought, okay, I can't even do that because then I have to attach it to this, and I can't attach it to that without the freaking staple gun. I've done that. And I'm going to end up, the problem is I'm going to end up having to buy one online. God, it's going to rain again soon. I'm going to have to buy one online. Looking at, see, everything is put together with the only thing I could do, like I can put the tin back on myself, which I started to do. So this is the staple guns that I have. Like, let's see how long. So these ones, which actually I should hold these out so I know how deep I need to go. I started stapling the tin back to the side, on this side. You guys are going to laugh, but I mean, this is all I could do, right? I mean, there's no other way to attach this. So I had to put it on here. This is like, this whole side was so rotted out. And the floor is, you know, I started to try and screw, I can't even get this through. The floor goes through here, and then it's kind of lifted up here, and I'm thinking, what's going on with the floor? But it's just the way it is. It's just the way it's going to freaking be. You know, it's not going to be level because it isn't underneath. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Frank, I'm looking for a 1/2-inch wide staple gun. Nobody has one. Harbor Freight, Lowe's, Home Depot, nobody has it. And I can't freaking do anything until I get that. The only thing I could do is put the tin back on, and I can't put the tin back on until I rebuild these little pieces. So this is what I need to do. See these little pieces that are all rotted out? These are the ones I wanted to run a support up alongside of this, right? And I need to staple them. There's no other way to get something so thin back together. This whole thing is just freaking staples. So I thought I'd go save myself some time. No, I can't put the tin on. I can't put the tin on because I've got to build the frame first. The frame's got to go first. And then here, down here, I'm going to have to dig this piece out, this piece of wood, which is what I've been doing like yesterday and last night. This one looks like it's going to be, no, it's not going to be fine. Shit. I keep thinking, oh, that'll be okay. And it's not. So I got to dig out. Look at that. It's just sponge. So that's what I did here, right? I dug it out. And then look what happens. Try and screw it in. It splits the wood. I have to have staples. Otherwise, I freaking can't do it. I dug the wood out there, and I'm going to have to dig the wood out there. Get these two pieces. This, Frank, didn't work. I had to cut it off. Like, and you know, it's interesting that I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and I just am getting it right somehow. Yes, I'm going to be home for a while. I'm going to hang myself. In about 5 minutes. I was mad because I got off early. I mean, I got off early like I work for anybody but myself. I took the time off. I'm not making any money, and I thought, you know, get down there during the day and build what needs to be built so you can get these freaking walls back on so you can go. But I can't. And then I thought maybe a brad nailer, right? You have a brad nailer gun, Frank. If I had a brad nailer, they're small, and I could shoot them in. I think it would be, you know, if I can't find a 1/2-inch staple gun, I'm going to have to use a brad nailer. Pre-drill the holes. It doesn't matter. Look, I did that. I actually did. Like on these ones, I did. I pre-drilled them. They were all going great, and all of a sudden, split right at the last second. I'm like, God. And then here, right, here's my new piece. And it's going to freaking rain is the problem. There's my new framing, right? And I was going to put wide like this one all the way up. And then I thought, no, I'll just, you know, join it together. And I don't know. I wanted to do extra support, but I mean, looking at what was there and what I want to join to, like, why is this one that wide and this one isn't? You know, it's like this whole thing. I don't know who built this, but it's like the house that Jack built. So now it's the house that Sherry built, and it's, if you saw how I did it, Frank, you would laugh your ass off. But it's working. I mean, I look at something, I eyeball it, and I'm like, okay, no, that's not going to work. So I have to slice it down like the squares. The squares aren't working. I have to slice them down and make them like, what are they right now? They're 1.5 by 1.5 squares, and they needed to be like this much off, so I just eyeballed it. And it worked, except for the fact that I freaking split it. So that sucks. I had the perfect width, and I got it all in there nice and happy. And then this, right? This was and I'm like, just give me, you should see how I'm cutting stuff, because this needs to be cut off now at an angle. I'm using tools. I'm using tools to do stuff like you did, Frank. You would have had fun here last night. I was using the sanding, like the grinder, to cut off the screws, right? Like there's screws all up in here, the long ones. I have to remember that because by the time I'm done, this trailer's not going to be attached to the camper. because I've cut them off. Because I had to get through the wood, right? Nobody, you know what I'm talking about. Nobody else knows what I'm talking about. Why is my face looking yellow? I look tired. Yeah, you think? I've had like 2 hours sleep for the last month and a half. And thanks to my twin, I haven't had sleep for the last 7 years. So I am tired. Thanks. I know that. Anyway, hi. Yes, I am tired. I look like shit. I know that, and I'm going on live. Well, it is what it is. The only person that I want to see right now, the only man that I want to see is somebody that has a staple gun that holds a staple this wide. Otherwise, the men that I've had around, except for Frank, is the only one who's helped. This doesn't help. You know what? Not big enough for me. I like them bigger. Okay, I didn't come on to give anybody a reading, so I just came on to see if anybody had a clue on where I could get a 1/2-inch staple gun. All right. I'll go back and read your comments. Start putting on tin. I would love to. Here's my tin. There's one cabinet. There's the other cupboard. Here's my tin. Right? So freaking sad. I'm worried that I can even freaking get it back on without it being ruined. Unbelievable. It just goes on and on. It's quite disheartening. You know, everyone's wondering how come it's not moving along any faster. Because I'm doing it by myself and nobody has the tools. Bring me the man with the tools, with the right tools. I do look tired, God. There was a license plate that was in front of me on the way in the back gate, and I laughed. It was so funny. I was saying to this guy that I met on Instagram, he's rebuilding stuff, trailers, and he says, God, I wish I was closer to you. I'd bring my guys over and have them redo it. They'd have it done in a day for you. And I'm like, that helps, thanks. But he's, God, we were talking about the stuff that I need and where to go to get it. No, Lowe's doesn't have it. Lowe's doesn't have it. Not Lowe's, not Home Depot, not Harbor Freight. Nobody has it. And we don't have Menards here. That's Wisconsin. Nobody has it. But anyway, the license, I was saying to the guy, I don't know if you know what I do. I said, I'm a freaking intuitive channel, and I'm a medium and a psychic, and I think you'd think they would, Spirit would guide me to the place to get the appropriate tools. And then right then I see J-Flight on one of the trailers go by, and I thought, J-Flight, yeah, Jay's always in flight. That's why I'm doing this by myself. And then I thought, Weekend Warrior, the old trailer, it's the trailer company, they went out of business. They went bankrupt, and so they've got all the stuff for trailers and stuff for the Weekend Warriors. That's by me, but they don't have. They've got stuff to put in your trailer. They're not having stuff to rebuild your trailer. Holly says, until you sleep, you might want to avoid a staple gun. No, I'm stapling in my sleep. It's funny. Here, I'll show you what I have. So I have, these are my dive boxes. I'm a deep sea, advanced ocean patty diver. And these are my dive boxes. And I've decided to use them for tools right now. So I've got my, these are the tools I use all the time. The skill saw, I do everything with. This electric screw gun, here's my jigsaw that Frank gave me. I've done amazing things with that. These are the staples that go to the staple gun. Where's my staple gun? Oh God, tell me I didn't leave it out somewhere. How interesting. I didn't move it. I left it right there. So my landlord put it somewhere. Oh, he's got them over here. Okay. So these are the compressors, the 2 compressors that people have brought me. One doesn't work. And I want to know where the freaking staple gun is. My landlord went and bought that staple gun, like to do it by hand. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it by hand. Anyway, okay, that was it, you guys. I'm back to the freezing cold. Oh, check it out. There's my girl. That's me. It's the Red Hawk. So a message is coming. Someone's bringing me news. How interesting. Who are you fighting with? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So the dove is fighting with the hawk. That's interesting. The dove is fighting with the hawk. Well, the hawk is the messenger, and the dove is peace. but the peace was dive bombing the hawk. Love you too. Love you guys too. All right. So you guys know what I'm looking for. If anybody has it. In the meantime, I'm going to go back up and work my secular job that earns a living. And look at Canyon Lake. I'll let you see it. It's pretty today. It's beautiful. It was such a perfect day for me to do this too, to get down here and get a lot done. I was so excited. Got the compressor, got the nail gun, got the staple gun. And I'm like, let's do it now. I'll just cut the wood and I'll just power it out. Everything comes to a grinding halt. Spirit's trying to make me, they're trying to delay me, which is interesting. They're saying, we know you want to get out of there, but you're not allowed to go because there's something else that's happening. All right, I'll let you guys go. I love you.